Hi, ladies. I decided to do a short video today just talking about some things that have been going on the last few months. And over the last day or two, I've been getting a ton of hate comments on my videos, which do not bother me, and I'll get into that. But I wanted to kind of address the whys and like moving forward if I'm going to allow those on my channel. And the answer to that is no, if you don't want to watch anymore. But story time. All right, let's go back a few months ago. And my husband and I became very vocal in our stand against a certain pastor where it had come out via his children of some things that were going on in the home that we do not agree with. Public statement, we do not condone, support, we do not think it's biblical to have any type of domestic abuse going on in the home. So just putting that out there. Well, because of this, we've had a lot of personal attacks, a lot of things over the last few months. And just about a month ago, a man who's not even an ordained preacher or anything, who was just filling the pulpit, got up in his pulpit, and not his pulpit, but he got up in the pulpit, and he started just for about 30 minutes, huge rant against me. And instead of addressing the issues of why we are against this certain group of Baptists or our issues with them, right? He just attacked my physical appearance. He attacked my eyebrows. He attacked a whole bunch of other stuff. Also very, very insignificant things when it comes to the Christian life. He went after that, just my child rearing methods, whether or not I think it's sin to use natural family planning. I don't, because I think it's very clear in the Bible that the sin is that of murdering a child. So, obviously, you can agree to disagree on that, but he made it into a huge deal. And so since then, all of the flying monkeys in this certain group have decided it's now okay to mock me, my appearance, my eyebrows, whatever it is. And so I constantly get comments on my channel, and TikTok and different things like that where I make my shorts. I only use TikTok to make shorts, which is funny because I only use it to make shorts, but I'm getting a lot of comments on there too. So my goal of this channel is not to promote makeup. It's not to promote hairstyles. It's not to promote the latest trends. So it's really funny to me that now all of a sudden everyone's going after my makeup, my eyebrows, anything that they can pick on. Listen, I'm comfortable in my skin. When I was about 16 years old, I hated my nose. I have the Cutler nose. It's a prominent nose. I love it now. I think it fits my face, and it's my dad's nose. So I love having a part of my dad. I look a lot like my dad. So I love having part of my dad. I, at 16, decided, because I was very sensitive about it at that point, and I had some mean bullies in the youth group. Not my youth group. I went to a camp with my friend. No, actually, this wasn't even that. I was on a band trip with my mom, and there were some public school kids, and they were calling me Fraggle Rock and like making fun of my nose. And it really affected me. It really hurt my feelings. And I remember sitting there in this charter bus that we were in on the way to Tennessee. And I was looking out the window, and I was kind of hurt over the fact that they were making fun of me and calling me Fraggle Rock. And I was like, you know what, Cassandra? Who cares what they say? God gave you your nose and it fits your face. It's your dad's nose, and so Cassandra, I'm giving myself a pep talk in my head as we're driving down the road, right? I'm like, Cassandra, you can either hate your nose, despise your nose, think constantly about your nose day in and day out. You can be sensitive to the criticism of others. You can take it to heart and you can let it ruin your day. You can let it ruin your life, or you can just ignore what they say. And you can accept your nose as part of being Cassandra, at the time Cutler. And from that day forward, if anyone said anything about my nose, and they did, there's always been mean people, I just laughed about it. And you know what? You're right. I do have a big nose. So to all those that are coming on here mocking my eyebrows and mocking my physical appearance, mocking my hair, mocking whatever, and not addressing the issues of why we're standing against domestic abuse, not addressing those issues, I just have to say to you, yes, I have messed up eyebrows, because when I was in the 90s, I overplucked and I had a tiny little thin. I barely have any eyebrows. I only have from here. I will say Someone gave me some constructive criticism about a year ago, I think, and they said your eyebrow line is supposed to start at the corner of your nose. I did not know that because I don't sit around watching tutorials about makeup. And it was like a light bulb clicked on. And so from that time, I have been drawing them in a little bit further. But I literally have to draw in almost all of them because I have no eyebrows. So this is an art form for me. Okay, I'm not a makeup artist. This channel was not started to promote makeup or me being a makeup artist. I'm not into makeup per se. I'm not into makeup tutorials. So I'm learning as I go. Okay, so, for all the people that are mocking my eyebrows and making comments, yes, I have messed up eyebrows. I'm a product of being a teenager in the 90s. So I'm working on it, okay? And you know what? I've just come to the point where if you say anything about my physical features without me asking, I'm deleting. I'm just going to delete. And the only reason that someone had left the constructive criticism months ago or about a year ago was because I was like saying something about my eyebrows in my show or something. I don't know. And they said it in a very, very nice way. There's a lot of different ways that you can come across, but they said it in a nice way. So to whoever that person was, thank you. You were nice and you helped me a little bit. So Proverbs 31:30 says, favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. And this is my issue with preachers preaching against my looks from the pulpit. First of all, he's a married man and he's going after another married woman's physical features. Why is he even looking? First of all, I know I'm on this channel, but why is it even in your head? Why are you even rating my attractiveness in your head? Second of all, it's just, that's not a place for the pulpit to be mocking another woman's looks, because as Christians, we know that it's not about beauty. It's not about makeup. It's not about hair. It's not about even the newest trend or the newest fashion. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. And do you know why I stand against domestic abuse? Because I fear the Lord. Do you know why I want to be a voice for women who are being beaten and bloodied? Because I fear the Lord. Because the Lord is not okay with this. The Lord is not okay with these things going on in the home. So I fear the Lord because of that. Do you know why? I don't care what people have to say about my physical appearance, because I fear the Lord. Because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. The Lord made me in such a way that for someone to mock that, it is basically mocking the way the Lord made me. So I don't care. You can mock away. Now, I know I had a little part to do with the eyebrow thing because I overplucked. That's on me. That's my fault. So if you're going to pick on that, fine, pick on that. But for all of you that are just like being the flying monkeys for this individual and this group, shame on you. Because I am someone's daughter, I am someone's wife, I am someone's mom, and you are joining in on mocking physical features. And, when that should not be our focus as Christians. Our focus should not be how beautiful a woman is. That's what Hollywood and that's what worldly people do. They focus on physical features and how someone looks. And, there's no written rule somewhere that says you have to be a 10 to have a YouTube channel. You have to be a 10 to give God-honoring, godly advice to younger women and moms. Let me tell you the purpose of this channel. It's not to get all you women looking like a 10 with your makeup and your eyebrows done perfectly. The purpose of this channel is to, as an older mom, I'm 44 years old now, and I've raised half of my kids. I've been married for over 2 decades now in a very happy, wonderful marriage. My life is not perfect, but my life is not a madhouse. My life is not full of abuse and scandals and, all this stuff going on in the home. I've always tried to be real with you all. I've always tried to tell you that, my life is not perfect, but we are striving together to become more godly and to be better in all areas of life. My husband and I are, my kids and I are, and the purpose of this channel is for me to instruct younger women how to love their husbands, how to love their kids, how to love the Lord. Love the Lord, love their husband, love their kids in that order. That is the purpose of this channel. It is not for me to give makeup tutorials. I have given some hair tutorials because people have asked because, you can't mock my hair because I have decent hair. So I'm not balding yet, but I'm sure if I started to bald, they would mock that as well. So I have done different things like that because I think it's part of just being attractive for our husbands. You know, we want to strive to use the best of what we've got. And if what we've got is lacking, then we can try to help that in some area. It's not a sin. It's not wrong. But that being said, I'm going to be deleting comments from here on forth against my appearance, against my eyebrows, because most of you are just being flying monkeys for a pretty much wicked man who would go after another man's wife like that. And I have no qualms saying that. It was very wicked to do that. I have zero respect for any of the friends that have not called this out yet. So I'm going to say that too. And I'm not afraid of saying that. So it was wicked to do that. It was unacceptable. A pulpit should never be used as a place to do that. And it was ridiculous because as Christians, none of us have that focus. You know, none of us should have the focus of appearance or being super beautiful or like a model or, you know, that's ridiculous. So I'm going to be deleting comments against my appearance from here on forth. And then lastly, words are powerful and words do matter. And there's so many, I would encourage doing a study on words in the Bible. There's so much in the Bible to say about words, and they are very powerful. And I would say too, this is a rule of thumb I'm trying to follow, even now that I'm getting in-law kids and different things. Only give advice when asked. You know, only give advice when asked. If you're not asked, don't give that advice. So obviously, the ones who come to my show, watching my channel, they are looking for advice. So I don't mind because this is my platform and you don't have to listen. You can turn it off. So that being said, especially if you're hiding under an anonymous name, it's very cowardly to go on someone's channel and say horrible, hurtful things behind an anonymous name, especially because that is someone's wife, someone's mom, someone's daughter, and you are ripping them apart like that. And then also, as I left a comment in the Gentle Sisters group, I have very thick skin. Whatever. It is whatever. I think it's ridiculous and petty and wicked to do this, but I have thick skin. I can take it. So bring it on from the pulpit if you're going to go after my looks, whatever. But what if they were doing this to someone who didn't have thick skin? What if they were being bullies and they were just ripping people apart and being horrible to people that didn't have thick skin? And that person turns around and maybe kills themselves or does something else horrible. That person's blood is going to be on the bully's hands in a little way. I'm not saying you're totally responsible for that person, but in a small way, you are. You are. So words are powerful. Words do matter. Don't give advice unless asked for. And you know what? I'm perfectly fine with my eyebrows. I think they look fine. I don't pay that much attention to them. I do what I can. I work with what I can. And at the end of the day, who cares? So have a good weekend. We'll see you later.